Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now this time Murray to throw it. And Sanders has got it complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now! Hey, team 6. Team 6.
43's the mic. Defense wins championships, baby.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he lost the football.
The offense retains possession.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. 43 is the mic.
Hey, shoot.
Mike 43.
2nd and 6. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
On the ready.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 down at the 33.
Hey!
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. You don't want
Go! 6-6, pull it high. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his
touchdown, LA! A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Well, in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expecting to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
Mike check 33. 33. Get that quarter.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Big series right here.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Set, ready. Check pass. Check pass.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
4th down.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Hey, pick your game up. Now.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check, nickel, nickel, nickel. Check. Go. Motion.
Let's go, kid.
Now back to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
43.
They'll run on first down. Moss, and he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
General West.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 41-yard line.
43.
Yes.
Not today, you are. Not today.
5.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check. 43.
Ready.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll drop to throw. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Let's go. 8, read. Hey.
Here we go.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Back to throw now on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be...
Go.
Check 3.
Deep dribble.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They give to Johnson going right. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Watching that play unfold or watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be out right at the 35. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
First down, Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Watch the twist. Check. Showing up. Hey, check 24. Check it up.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Robert Kimdichie. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
Blue there.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, wahoo!
58 to Mike. Cut.
They'll set up to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, but now it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Right over there. Mike,
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Jet 61, matchbox lights. Hey, orbit. Let's go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Sam off.
He's coming, double up. 25, check 25, check 25.
Hey, box drop. Hey.
Motion me out.
Step.
2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
Back to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Hey, team 6.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Go. Hey, 2.
43 for Mike.
Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Greystone, travel. Hey, Delta.
43 for Mike, boy, 43. Check, 43. Come on.
Hit it.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moss. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Smooth.
43. Mike's 43. Hey, Tyson, go.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
On first down, Moss. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check. 3 down.
Yep.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
And Alpha.
43 the mark. 43 the mark. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. 43.
Bravo.
43. Check. 43.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And his kick is indeed good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. T.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. This one caught by Isabella. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Keep it up, guys.
Murray now on 1st down. Incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Look at me, zipper!
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Go now, 30 base.
So we got man.
Go. Go. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moss trying to run inside, but nothing there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Now!
Back to throw here. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Hey, fight!
They'll keep it on the ground. Moss. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Adams. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Go!
Going to give this time to the tailback. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Go! Rock it! Hey! Wahoo!
They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw is Murray. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. This is Johnson. He's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. The quick slant caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. They'll come out in the pistol. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be 1 kneel and then handshakes. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
We got it. He's checking.
Protein spill.
Kill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
10 Tucson.
Check, 43. Hey, defense.
Recon, 132 fighter.
We got double up. Watch the safety creep.
Hey, Echo. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moss. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Murray, one final try. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So the L.A. Rams were the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Los Angeles, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.